It's another exciting episode of Baking with My Bestie.
Not baking. We're not baking anything.
I'm sorry, I've already said it. The graphic has already whizzed across the screen.
Wasn't it in the kitchen with my bestie or cooking with my bestie or something?
Oh, that was so last Tuesday.
We're gonna bake next time. We're gonna bake next time. Next time's baking with my bestie. This is not baking.
This is Dumping with the Dork.
Oh, dumping with the dork. We are dumping today. We're just dumping things in a bowl. Dumping with the dork.
If we're gonna be like completely accurate about what we're doing.
It is. It's dumping with the dork.
In any case, the grilled cheese segment and tomato soup from last week was so successful and popular that we're back here in the kitchen with Erin. Erin, what are you doing today?
Today I am preparing for a tea party in advance.
That's awesome.
So we're going to be making little traditional Southern pimento cheese tea sandwiches.
Okay, so what makes a pimento a Southern pimento?
It's a Southern pimento cheese tea sandwich.
Oh, I see.
They're just regular pimentos. They're Italian.
Okay, so what are in these sandwiches?
But these are a Southern thing.
Okay.
People eat these in the South. The fancy
I wouldn't know.
Southern tea parties.
I try not to ever go south if I can help
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so let me tell you. We're doing it, right? You want to do it? Let's do it.
Yeah, tell us what's in the sandwich.
In the sandwich, well, this is going to be a little tiny cute tea sandwich, and you can either make it in a little rectangle where you cut off the crusts of white bread,
Well,
or
if you're going to be fancy, you have to cut off the crust.
if you want to be really fancy, you use something like this, and you can make little circles, and then you can make little circles.
A bread mold.
Yeah,
Not the bad kind of bread mold. This is the good kind of bread mold.
I don't know what this is called. Today we're going to be using some already softened half a block of cream cheese, so that's 4 ounces. We're going to be using 1 cup of shredded sharp cheddar or extra sharp cheddar cheese. If you can get extra, get extra. And we shredded that ourselves from a block. These are the pimentos. If you can't find a jar labeled pimentos, get roasted red peppers. It's the same thing. And these are my own homegrown onions, but I think it's about equivalent to 2 green onions. We'll be using 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, and we're using good quality Duke's real mayonnaise. It's Southern. Duke's. It's got twang.
But you can use any kind of mayonnaise.
You can use any kind, but use good
Yes.
mayonnaise. Don't use no, you know what? Screw it. Use whatever mayonnaise you want.
You can whip up your own mayonnaise.
They always say use good mayonnaise in recipes and like on TV, and so I was trying to be cool. But really, use trash mayonnaise if you want. It's going to probably taste the same.
Directly out of the trash.
Trash mayonnaise. We have here cayenne pepper that I'll be using. We've got garlic powder. We've got onion powder, and we've got pepper. I think that's it. And just bread for a sandwich.
So you're making these sandwiches ahead of time?
I'm not going to make the sandwiches ahead of time.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the pimento cheese spread ahead of time.
Okay.
That tastes better if it sits in your fridge for a while, even 24 hours or ahead.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I have the sandwich bread is so that we can do a tasting on camera.
Oh yeah. That's very important.
Yes. And yeah, so I'm making this cheese stuff ahead. You don't even have to do this on sandwiches. This is great on crackers. It's great. You could even put it on cucumber slices or something if you want to be healthier. It's a spreadable that you can use as any sort of cheese spread. So
you can even use it recreationally at the office.
Spread it on your arms and just lick yourself all day. Might be weird to do that.
You've never been to an office, have you?
No. I don't know what an office is like. No, I have been to an office. Okay, let's get started. I've softened the cream cheese. That's very important.
And how does one soften cream cheese?
Leave it out before you use it.
So that's all there is to it?
Leave it out. Okay, so that's half a block of cream cheese, 4 ounces of cream cheese. Now I'm adding 1 cup of shredded by us sharp cheddar. I wish I had extra sharp, but I couldn't find it today. So if you can get extra sharp, make it sharp. This is just dump everything in a bowl time. I am using 2 ounces of pimentos that are diced.
And those just come in a can?
And I've drained them. They come like in a jar.
In a jar?
Usually. They're usually like near the olives and pickles.
Okay.
In with the olives and pickles. And if you can't find something labeled pimentos, get roasted red peppers or red peppers because it's the same thing.
I almost always just steer clear of that whole aisle, so I have no idea what goes on over there.
Because John doesn't like pickled things. What a weirdo! I love pickled everything.
Well, here's
Give
a
me all
little
the-
known fact. Pickles are not found in nature.
So, neither is cake and cookies.
Yeah, I don't eat those things either.
Lies!
Continuing with the recipe.
Okay, so here's my little green onions. Fresh from my garden. But it's about 2. I'm just making that up, so you can add more or less depending on your taste. Oh yeah, the mayonnaise. Gotta add that in there. And it's gonna be hard to get out of the spoon.
It's almost as if you need another implement
Yeah, I'm
to
not
get
gonna.
it out of there.
I don't want to dirty more things. I'm like the most anti-dirtying of dishes person that you could ever imagine. So I'm using 1/8 of a teaspoon measure for some red cayenne pepper. And same thing for the granulated garlic or garlic powder. Same thing for the granulated onion or onion powder. And same thing for the pepper, but I don't want to measure it because it's a cracky kind and it's like hard to crack it into a measuring spoon. So I'm just gonna crack some pepper in there. All right, cool. That is all. And now I'm going to take this 1980s hand mixer that I found in my mom's basement.
You can use whatever mixer you find in your mom's basement. It doesn't have to be the 1980s one.
And I'm gonna
Whatever you
mix
find
it.
down there.
Ready?
Yeah. Now, if this is anything like my mom's 1980s mixer, I'm going to get to lick these beaters afterward.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, we're going to stir this up a little bit.
Yeah, stir it up. Give it a little stirry stir. I mean, we've already stirred it with the hand mixer, but I'm just going to get it spreadable. Okay, so, and then I'm going to spread it on the bread. It's called the bread spread.
Okay, so it's nice and thick on there.
I spread it on the bread, done the bread spread, and now put another piece on top. And then for cuteness, I just think this is so cute. You take a little olive on a toothpick, you bloop it right in there. Oh, look at it, it's adorable. Look how cute this little sandwich is. Look at it.
It seems like if you put another one of those right there, you could make like a cookie monster.
Oh my God,
like a monster.
should we? Should we put another
Well, it depends
one
on
in?
what kind of tea party you have.
I want to eat you.
So you've cut this in half because you want both of us to have a little piece of it. Because you have to have the rest of this for your tea party.
Yeah, I don't want to waste any. Okay,
my gosh.
let's see. What do you think?
Okay. Bon appetit.
Mmm. 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 Mommy?
That's really good. It's not a pickly flavor because all I'm tasting is delicious, delicious cheese.
And onions. There's a lot of onion going on. Probably because they're fresh from my garden. Those are like
But
some intense.
it's really, I think really, it just helps to bring out the flavor of the cheese.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good?
Let's see. Cheese sandwich? Absolutely, it's good. Mm-hmm.
And it's fancy. You can eat it with a pinky.
If you don't do like nonsense like we did, you could probably whip this up in like 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a heavy amount of nonsense here today.
Yes.
Yes. You're welcome. We're going to come back. You have other foods planned for your tea party?
I do. I just stuck an olive in my mouth, sorry. But I'm going to make little cucumber sandwiches that are adorable. And
What I want to know, will we get to see you make these?
Yes!
Okay.
And I'm going to make orange cake, orange juice cake.
Okay.
Like a bundt cake that's soaked in delicious orange juice flavor. All sorts of fun things.
So stay tuned for more Kitchen with...
Erin! Oh, you're waiting for me to say it? It's changing the name every time I'm lost.
The only way we keep the show going is with your help. Advertise with Northeast Kansas at Home, or if you're just a person, get a membership. $24 helps us for 6 whole months. More tea party food is coming now. Erin, what are we doing?
Okay, we are going to make an easy, almost from scratch, but not from scratch dessert. Delish.
What's it called?
It's called orange juice bundt cake.
Okay.
So you're gonna do it.
Oh gosh.
And it's so easy because you just dump stuff in. So we're gonna start with a box of yellow cake mix.
Okay.
Any kind, 15.25 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
Dump that into the mixing bowl. This is another one of the ancient like sunbeam mixers from like the 70s that I found in my parents' basement.
But you can use modern technology as well,
You
right?
could.
Yeah.
Next, you're gonna dump in, why don't we trade?
I didn't realize this was going to be so
Dump in a box
dumpy.
of, it's all dumpy, instant pudding, vanilla flavor.
Okay.
Next, you are going to dump in 1/2 cup of canola oil.
Okay.
You could also use
Already prepared.
coconut oil.
Ready. Done.
And I cracked 4 eggs into this bowl for you. You can just dump those in.
There we are. Eggs in the bowl.
And then you're gonna mix it for 2 minutes.
Ready?
So, go ahead. Put that down. We'll do that.
Oh, it spins and everything.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay.
That's it. We're gonna let that go for like 2 minutes. This is orange juice bundt cake. We have to add in 1 cup of orange juice. Duh. Oh God. There it goes.
It's a little more cake battery now. That looks like it's about ready.
It looks about ready, so we just turn this off. Cool, it's been going for 2 minutes. So I have already prepared a bundt cake pan we have a silicone one, but you could use any kind. And we just oiled it lightly and like with nonstick cooking spray and then floured it lightly. So we're gonna dump this inside.
Fun fact, my bundt cake pan is made from the skulls of my enemies. There we go. Just kind of pour that evenly around the the pan or whatever this is called, mold. Gotta get that extra out of there. There's so much.
I know. How are you doing there?
Well, you know, this is
Awkward.
This is an awkward angle. Okay, batter is in the pan.
So now we are going to put it into a preheated 350 degrees oven for approximately 30 to 35 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean.
Sounds good. I can't wait. Through the magic of television, that'll be in just a moment.
Meanwhile, we're going to make a glaze. So all it takes is a 1/4 cup of orange juice, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 stick of butter. We're gonna throw them in a pot on the stove and boil them for about 2 minutes. That's it. Okay, here we go. Oops. Oh, no, we're good. Yay! Okay, there's that.
Looks
It's
fantastic.
not perfect or anything, you know, but it'll be glazed, so we're gonna let it cool a little longer. Okay. So the cake is cooled, and now we're just gonna pour our glaze on that's just been sitting, waiting to be poured. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I feel like we're gonna lose so much delicious glaze. Maybe I'll just have to drink it out of the pan.
That's why pans have corners.
It is? Them's the drinking spouts.
That's what we call them back home.
Okay, there's some glaze on there. Okay, let's cut this and eat it.